Before I head to the gym, I have to do an upload in the car. Before I head to the gym, I have to do an upload in the car. Make sure you guys get that workout in every day or every chance that you get, right? It creates a much better life. It creates your attack points to be much better, and it creates a state of being in flow to a certain thing, right? Health is wealth. There's no point of having all of these assets or investing in all of these protocols if you can't invest in yourself. And investing time in yourself as far as your health is actually worth the investment. So I'm Crypto Doe. Once again, I want to share everything I know with you guys so together we can go further than Wells Fargo. Now, the title of this one today is, is it a sell-off that's going on in the market based on the news that we had with the Chinese tariff that was lowered, right? It was actually a reset. Let me know how the Chinese tariffs are affecting your folders, or the tariffs in general, how it's affecting your folders. The United States decided to come to an agreement with China or put it on pause for the next 90 days. Now, anything can happen within those 90 days. They can say, you know what? We don't like what you guys doing. We're gonna raise the tariff. I don't think that we're gonna do that, because it will give, and the give and take, the push and pull is already over with to me. That's just my opinion. The push and pull is already over with. They don't want the market to go back down. I think the market from here on is going to trickle on up overall. That's just my opinion, not financial advice, right? You guys go check out my store as well. I left the description inside of the, I left the link inside of the description, so you guys go check my store. I have two stores, one on Sellfy and the other one on Printify, right? And also go check my crypto guide for beginners out. Go check that out as well, right? This is a look at the store and how it looks. Always have to give you guys the visuals. This is how it looks. Have things for the ladies, things for the girls, things for the fellas, things for the guys, socks that's unisex, tote bag for the lady, XRP merch, XRP embroidered merch, Bitcoin embroidered merch, XRP DTG merch, and also a shirt as well. So you guys, and it comes in myriads of colors, so you guys go check that out, right? The link is, hit the link, which is in the description. Now, let's go on to some Bitcoin news. Actually, let's see what's going on in the market as far as the bubble, right? This is the bubble. You guys can go to crypto bubbles on the search. This is just the day of what's going on within the day, right? And we're just talking about Penguins moving, Brit is moving, ENS is moving, Pi is moving, ETH is moving 2%. Right, that's just within the day. So this is the market. I see more red than green. I see more red than green, and I don't really see anything above a 10%. Maybe Hex. That's about it. Pi. That's about it. So it's not an extremely high moving volume day for today. Now, Bitcoin itself right now, let's check out the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin right now is currently 1,300, 100,000, basically $103,000, 512 cents, right? ETH is currently $2,560. So ETH is kind of going up. You have XRP is holding steady at $2.53, BNB. Doge, ADA is at 80 cents. I like ADA. Sui's at $4. 2%. Link, that's just another sneaky one. I have Link going to $200 to $400 this cycle. So pay attention to that. Everything is linked to Link. HBAR is another one that I like as well. HBAR is another one. Bitcoin Cash is another one. That's a pretty good one as well. So pay attention to what's going on. Now we're going to read the market Fear to Greed Index. I was telling you guys, pay attention to that. It's at a 71. Just 2 weeks ago, you guys know the market index was literally at a 15. And I didn't tell people to buy I showed people that I was buying, and I told you what project that I was DCAing in. Now, if it's on you to actually follow what I'm doing, it's on you, right? But you don't have to, because I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice, right? But everything that I invest in from over a month and a half ago rose in value. 100%, 60%, 200%. Everything that I post rose in value. Just check the post out. All you gotta do, because the post is timestamped. Just check it out. Check it out, and you say, okay, Crypto Dope kind of, he's onto something. He's onto something. So we're at the 71. So a lot of people might be pulling from the market now, which I don't believe this is the right time to pull. I still believe this is the time to accumulate as much as you can. Accumulate as much as you can, right? Because it's getting ready to take off. You got QT that's about to end. It's slowly unraveling into QE. You got the M2 money supply that's slowly coming. They about to print as much money as they possibly can, right? I didn't hear every other nation in the world have activated their money printer but the United States. So maybe the United States is waiting on something, right? And we all will see what's going on. Abherin Shithu Jithu. If I pronounce your name, I apologize, bro. Hey, how you doing? I appreciate you tuning on in today. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. If this is your first time here, my goal is to get to 10,000 subs. So help me get to 10,000 subs. One sub at a time. One sub at a time. I appreciate it. Let's get into the article, right? There's a couple of articles that I want to get into today. I'll probably record for another 10 minutes, and I got to hit the gym. Told myself at 12 o'clock, time management, I got to hit the gym. So maybe 12:15. 1 billion, listen to this. This is from Cointelegraph. 1 billion Bitcoin exits Coinbase in a day as analysis warn of supply shock. That's another thing that's going to drive Bitcoin prices out the roof. Supply and demand. It's going to be less Bitcoin in circulation, which means that Bitcoin is going to go up. One thing I notice about Bitcoin is mostly people aren't trading Bitcoin. 70% of people. Most of people, we're trading altcoins now, even to get to more Bitcoins as well, right? But mostly people are not, they're not trading Bitcoin. They're buying it, they're holding it, they're keeping it. My advice, and that financial advice, is hold on to it. Like every time you get $50 or $100, buy a piece of Bitcoin. Buy a piece of Bitcoin. You can start out like that. Just buy a piece of Bitcoin. Or if you don't want to do that, every time you get $50 to $100, buy some XRP. Because I believe in the next decade to 2 decades, so you can say 10 to 20 years, right? XRP will be well over $10,000. So you can start like that. But you have to have your security measures ready. You have to take it off these exchanges, right? Why do you think that 1 billion Bitcoin exit Coinbase exchange? Because people understand safety with Bitcoin. You can't trust none of these companies, these brokerage firms, right? And I'm not putting out bad news on them, but it is what it is. You cannot trust Uphold. You cannot trust Coinbase. You cannot trust Kraken. You cannot trust Gemini. Because once you sign on the dotted line stating that they're not responsible for your assets, then what does that mean? Then they're not responsible for your assets. So legally, they're in the clear. Are you? Make sure that you're taking advantage of your assets, right? Right? Make sure that make sure that you're taking advantage of your assets. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you take advantage of your assets. This is your first time in here, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Meaning that, when I mean taking advantage of your asset, make sure that you own your assets, your keys, your wallet. You are the bank. The point of crypto is for you to become the bank, not for you to not be the bank, not for you to have these brokerage firms or these brokerage apps, Coinbase, Uphold, Kraken, Gemini, Crypto.com, to actually be your bank. No. The point of crypto, if you understand blockchain, is for you to be your own bank. If you want to lend your stuff out, you can lend your protocol out without actually the protocol leaving your possession. Right? That's the point of these things. So pay close attention. So 1 billion have exited the Coinbase market, right? Institution demands for Bitcoin is growing. Yes, it is. Demand and supply. As Coinbase, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, recorded its highest daily outflows of Bitcoin in 2025 on May 9th. Makes sense. On May 9th, Coinbase saw 9,790 and 39 Bitcoin, worth more than 1 billion, withdrew from the exchange, the highest net outflow recorded in 2025, according to Bitwise head of Europe research, Andrew Dragus. Institutional appetites for Bitcoin is accelerating, Dragus added in a May 13th X post. Yes, it is. The outflow occurred as Bitcoin traded above $103,600, and just days after the White House announced a 90-day reduction in reciprocation tariffs between the U.S. and China, easing market concerns and lifting border investors' sentiment. The 90-day suspension of the additional tariffs removes the risk of sudden re-escalation, which may help Bitcoin altcoins, listen to what they're saying, Bitcoins and altcoins, and the wider stock market rally due to improved risk appetite. Nansen Principal Research Analysis, Ariel Berthor, told Cointelegraph, right? So y'all have to pay attention to what's going on in the market. Another thing I wanted to read, right? Trump family Bitcoin company announces plan to go public. Even they're having a Bitcoin company. What does that tell you? Everybody wants Bitcoin. Now, I don't believe that Bitcoin is the best protocol. No, there's other protocol that's better than Bitcoin. Trust me. I like DGB. That is totally decentralized. I like Cardano. I like a lot of different ones, right? I like XRP. But you have to, Bitcoin was the first one created. So you got to pay close attention to that, right? Trump family Bitcoin company announces plans to go public. Are they doing a Michael Saylor thing? The world may never know. American Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency firm co-founded by Eric Trump, said that it was merging with a company traded on the NASDAQ, the latest expansion of the family's investment in crypto. See, their kids are all into crypto, and I kind of like that for Trump. See, because like I say, I try to tell my parents about crypto. They don't understand it, and like they say, it's hard to teach older people new tricks, and it really is so. You have to show them more than you could tell them. I told them about Bitcoin so long ago, right? But they say, you know, they're fixated on the U.S. dollar or fiat money, and I'm like, why are you fixated on something that's robbing you every day? But, you know, I let it be what it is, as long as I told them and I exposed them to it. You know, you can't save everyone, right? But whoever grabs the information, grabs the information. Whoever don't. It's yay okay. I know what I will be doing with it. That's the only thing that I can control in this world is myself, no one else. American Bitcoin, a crypto firm co-founded by Eric Trump, announced on Monday that it will become publicly traded. The latest expansion of the Trump family's investment across the crypto industry. They're investing heavy. I like that. The youth is investing. His kids are investing. His offspring. His kids understand the future. Trump also invested. Well, we can't say that he invested directly into it, right? Because that's the drama that the news is trying to spin right now, but his family is invested into it for sure, and they have the legal right to. All his kids can. The company, which focuses on Bitcoin mining, that's a good one, is set to merge with Griffin Digital Mining Inc., a firm that is already trading on the NASDAQ. Mr. Trump and the president's middle son is listed as one of the founders and a member of the company's management team. That's kind of excellent. American Bitcoin was started in late March when Mr. Trump and his older brother Donald Trump Jr. announced that they were joining forces with Bitcoin mining firm called Hut 8. Bitcoin mining is a vital branch of the crypto industry in which major companies, many of the public traded, run energy guzzling data centers to process Bitcoin transactions. Now, I think Bitcoin mining companies are definitely important. Think about it like this, right? If you have gold, and the mining would be considered in the crypto world, the computers that's computating and talking to the computers, right? I think that would be a good investment in the long term, not financial advice, because without mining, you don't have these protocols like Bitcoin, a lot of these protocols. So to mine these things to me and to run nodes on these things to me, that's what actually makes sense, that they getting to the bottom of it. It's like people digging for gold and you own mining company, or digging for silver or rare earth metals and everything along that nature. If you invest in the mining companies, you make 10 times more than the actual what you actually get out of the ground. Because without you, you're the operation. So to me, that totally makes sense. I'm not going to make this video too long. Once again, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. Hit the bell notification. Help me get to 10,000 subs. And before you guys go check out my store, because I have to promote my store, the Crypto Dough Store. The link is in the description. I have this water bottle that I just created, stainless steel, beautiful. Ladies, woman, crypto world, crypto girl, that's for the ladies. We have the 6 skull shirts, V-neck, and we have the regular one, right? And upon the V-neck, in the back of the V-neck, we have the blockchain, of course. So that's the back of the shirt as well. Some people said you should have made it the front of the shirt too. I said, yeah, I could have, but I'm so creative that it's always going to be it's always going to be something else. It's always going to be something else that I make. I'm so creative. We have the regular shirt as well, right? Galactic Blockchain Crypto Skull shirt. I also have the socks as well. Go check that out. The tote bags, the XRP merch. People love the XRP merch. The embroidered XRP merch, the Bitcoin embroidered sweatshirts. And this was my first one that I created, Crypto Rich, Fiat Broke, because I believe that fiat is what's keeping all of us broke, and crypto is what's going to actually get us, most of us, rich, right? Especially Bitcoin and the utility tokens as well. Not all crypto, right? So on that note, I'm Crypto Dough once again. I'm about to go hit the gym. I appreciate everyone for tuning on in. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. Put on your seatbelts. It is time to take off. Crypto Dough once again.